rocking with
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report Podcast.
What do you think about Kodak doing a song with 6ix9ine?
See, this is where it gets dumb for me.
Yeah.
Niggas are so goofy with wanting to be famous, wanting to be known, wanting to get likes, wanting to get comments, wanting to be trending, they just have no morals.
Yeah.
So the nigga Kodak Black to do a song with Tekashi knowing he's a super rat. What is he?
Yeah.
And then why would you want to do a song with him if you're representing the streets? See, if you're a rat too, then it's cool. Then you just got a rat party. But if you claiming to be a street nigga to a certain level, then you can't associate yourself with that. I don't want to associate myself with anybody who's a known rat making records.
Right. I don't music that I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Because to me, hip hop stems from being real. Keep it like if we ain't keeping it real no more, then get out the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's really goofy right now. With this rap
in
shit.
his defense, he said he got paid $1 million. I said, damn, $1 million for your soul, man. Huh?
Well, you know what?
And he said he talked about him being a rat or something, whatever. I'm like, man.
On the song, he was. You saying
I don't know, man.
on the song he's talking about Tekashi being a rat and still got the $1 million from him?
I think so. Something, I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, maybe Tekashi will pay $1 million to try to see when a motherfucker's a rat, they're gonna do anything to try to clear their image.
Yeah.
And maybe he paid the $1 million to, I don't know, is Kodak Black supposed to be like some heavy street dude with amounts of respect or something? Like, because if that's what it is, then he paid $1 million for that, but it doesn't erase you being a rat.
Yeah.
But the average fan out here doesn't care about niggas being rats no more. It's a different breed. It's accepted.
They don't care.
It's accepted, man. It's a lot of things that we didn't accept before. It's accepted now.
Yeah, they didn't care.
And that's why it gets goofy for me. And that's why I don't run around I don't be trying to do features with nobody, man.
All right. You got 4Piece, the music group and arts foundation. Unlikely partnership with Ed OG. Working with Ed OG after having problems back in the day. How did y'all get to that point?
Me and LG got cool because a kid named Edwin Duncan used to work for me in my store. In 2005, him and his group, which was called the Gravediggers or something like that, they were making a song in his basement, which was a makeshift studio that he built down there. One of the guys that was not in the group, but he was like a constant feature in their stuff, he wasn't allowed, or he didn't make it on the song that they were making, and he got mad, and he shot all of his boys right there in the studio, killed all 4 of them.
Oh, shit.
And that turned the city upside down. So because he worked for me, again, a lot of pressure came to my store. He was a clerk. And again, the mayor came down on me, or, what's going on over here, and a lot of people and a lot of clergymen started coming to my defense and was like, it's not his fault, blah, 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 blah. They wanted to honor me one night at Jubilee. So I went there, and they basically made a presentation to the city that, Antonio, his store is a prominent store. We need to support him. One of his employees just got killed. We don't need to be coming down on him like the city is coming down on me, like as if it was my fault. I had nothing to do with it. He just works for me. And when he goes home and makes records. And that's what happened when he went home. But one of the guys that was at Jubilee that night, after it was all over, there was a bunch of us congregating, and one of the guys said to me, if you and Edo squashed y'all's beef right about now, it'll be epic. And I wasn't trying to hear that. I was like, fuck Edo. Now, what does squashing the beef with Edo got to do with this?
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm just saying, the eye of the city is on you right now. If you did something like that, and this was a clergy dude, he was like really trying to talk some sense into me. And I was like, you know what? If you can get Edo to the table, then we can talk. He was like, say no more. So he got Edo to the table, and me and Edo started talking, and we was just going over the beef and, you know, like, why are we beefing, and we're older now, and bygones be bygones type of shit. And we squashed the beef. Long story short, Edo was like, this is the time for us to make a song. Let's make a song called Start Peace, because murders was happening. Really, it was crazy at that time. There was a lot of murders. Did the song, did the video, and when we did that video and that song, the floodgates of money opened up for us. Like the Department of Justice, the mayor's office, like, mad people started giving us fucking money. We made close to $300,000 in like a year just doing little mini movies for the Department of Justice that they would show to kids getting ready to go do Fed time. They would show them these little informational drama movies that we made, like 30 minutes. Some of them were 15 minutes, but they gave us money to do it. The money that they would give us to make it was way more than what it would cost to make it. So there was a lot of profit in that for us, because we had, you know, niggas like y'all that have cameras and shit like that to get it done. So we made a lot of money. They started sending us to Connecticut to do one for their Department of Justice. They started sending us to jails all across the nation to talk. We were getting like $5,000, $6,000 a pop to just go for an hour to talk to inmates. And then they would send federal prosecutors with us to lay down the laws of what it would be. And so we basically were going in there just sharing our story. That was our job, to make that money. Share our story and how we became friends. Because we weren't friends for like 15 years prior to that. And so now Edo's like my brother now. We definitely have a real tight friendship.
Yeah, man, that's big. So y'all don't go around speaking no more? Or y'all haven't did it in a while?
We haven't did it in a while. I mean, all of that, it's crazy, because those things, they don't sustain themselves. Yeah. Because funding comes in and then funding goes. See, at that time, there was a lot of funding coming into communities to stop the violence. It got to
be violence for them to do that. When the violence slows down, they get, we don't need that no more.
Exactly.
But then when the violence kick back up, they call you back. Exactly. But
or call somebody else or try to recreate it.
But you know, there's people doing that too, but they market themselves and social media. You know what I'm saying? They be on social media a lot and promoting themselves doing that stuff, so they get more people to pay them to come and do that type of stuff. But that's kind of big though. Y'all squashed y'all beef, you know. When did y'all start beefing? Was that like when y'all was both popping?
Yeah, it was like when he had
don't say gotta have it.
Yeah, like around those times. Cause you know what it was, when you look at it now, we always felt like Edo was not street. Yeah. Even though he was. Yeah. We just felt like he wasn't as street as us. Yeah. And it was kind of like a competition type thing. Yeah. We really didn't have anything tangible to be mad at him about. He had a #1 song, and it's still #1 to this day. He created a hit like a motherfucker. You can't take that from him. And so I think with us there was some level of fuck that. Like we need a hit, or we should have a hit type of thing. So it was that type of beef. And that's why we was able to get beyond it, because it wasn't really like his niggas killed any of our niggas or anything like that. It didn't get that deep. There were beefs.
There was beefs.
There was definitely beefs. There was bloodshed. Yeah. But it wasn't nothing that you couldn't, sweep under the rug and keep it pushing for, to make some money together. Yeah. And we made a lot of money together. Yeah. Definitely did.
That's good. Yeah, he had 2 hits. Gotta Have It and Be a Father to Your Child. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had 2 big records.
And Edo's consistent. He's consistently putting out albums. He got an album coming out now.
Yeah. You protested against Bank of America. Turned out to be the biggest protest in history against BOA at their headquarters in Boston. Mm-hmm. What made you do that?
I'm caught up in this fast life. Every morning night I pray. Gotta make it out some way. Put a smile back on my mama's face. Yeah, I'm caught up in this fast life. Every morning night I pray. back on my